Welcome to the Bogart Effect, a wealthy wisdom podcast. Please see important disclosure information at the end of the presentation.
If I summarized what you just said, we need to have a tax strategy for your cash flows. And general guidance we always say is we want to spend on those non-qualified accounts first because we're paying tax on dividends and because we have capital gains rates, which frankly are still lower than ordinary income rates, right? Then we move into the pre-tax accounts, and then last place we ever would touch is the Roths. Well, the reason for all of this comes down to the whole conversation around tax dollars now versus tax dollars in the future. And to Misty's point, when we spend on the non-qualified accounts, we're actually bringing your tax brackets down artificially because we're using after-tax dollars, which provides flexibility for strategies. And those strategies could be looking at things like Roth conversion. So a lot of our client households, we're having these active conversations of, okay, we're going to be in the 12% bracket because we're using after-tax dollars for living. But we're projected you're going to be in a 25% effective tax rate in the future. We should look at doing some conversions between the IRAs now, move them over to the Roth. And oh, by the way, the earlier we can do that, same conversation around saving, but the earlier we can do these Roth conversions, the better off we are, because any growth that happens between now and when you hit that age for requirement of distributions, we would prefer to have it in the Roth and not in the IRA, and then doing these Roth conversions just right before you turn 73 or 75, as an example. Okay, and then
The previous presentation by Bogart Wealth was intended for general information purposes only. No portion of the presentation serves as the receipt of or as a substitute for personalized investment advice from Bogart Wealth or any other investment professional of your choosing. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk, and it should not be assumed that future performance of any specific investment or investment strategy or any other non-investment related or planning services, discussion, or content will be profitable, be suitable for your portfolio or individual situation, or prove successful. Neither Bogart Wealth's investment advisor registration status nor any amount of prior experience or success should be construed that a certain level of results or satisfaction will be achieved if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Bogart Wealth is neither a law firm nor accounting firm, and no portion of its services shall be construed as legal or accounting advice. No portion of the podcast content should be construed by a client or prospective client as a guarantee that he or she will experience a certain level of results if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Copies of Bogart Wealth's current written disclosure brochure and Form CRS discussing our advisory services and fees are available upon request or at www.bogartwealth.com.